Life can change in an instant. For many wheelchair users, the struggle to push forward is a daily challenge.
After years of development and countless prototypes, we created Rib Grips, the revolutionary wheelchair hand rim covers with built-in ribs for ultimate grip and comfort.
No more slick surfaces, no more heat burns, just pure, reliable grip. Rib Grips, empowering you to push forward with ease. Rib Grips, get a grip on your freedom. Discover the difference. Visit ribgrips.com and use promo code GRIP today. You just found the perfect product that helps with staying cool during hot summer runs. No more gross warm water. Stay cool with this product from Gear Handle. This hydration tube cover helps keep your water cool and easily accessible. Stay hydrated during those long summer runs or even delay from freezing in the winter. Plus, they're compatible with various brands of water bladders and come in various colors. Visit gearhandle.com and use promo code H2O today.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. I am so excited. First of all, I don't know why I've sat on this guest for so long because he is so responsible for the cover photo of this podcast, the newest cover photo that I have right now sitting on that throne chair. He's a mastermind photographer here in town. Now, I'm jumping ahead. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to thank you guys again so much for all the love and support that you continue to show the show. I truly appreciate it. Of course, to Mike Hamilton at Rogue Media Network and everybody at Rogue Media Network for all you guys do for me in the show. I truly appreciate it. Now, before we continue, I'm not starting the show until you guys subscribe. So No, I'm on some bullshit now. I don't care. I'm taking everything personal. No, I'm kidding.
Personal, everything personal.
Yes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by, of course, David Santabanez, one of the new real estate. He is the #1 sales agent in his office, and he has been since he's been sponsoring The Public Affair for like 4 years already. That's why he's the GOAT, you guys. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David Willadinia. If you guys are trying to buy a house and you don't know where to start, you're like, I don't know what to do. David is going to walk you through the process step by step and make sure that you're involved in every single aspect of it and put you in the home that is your dreams, you guys. I'm telling you guys, work with David Willadinia today. Se habla español también to my boy David Santabanez. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. I just saw my girl Anika Armstrong with Armstrong's Bayou Cafe today eating that loaded seafood potato. I just wanted to roll around in it. She looked like she was having a whole party over there and I couldn't stay for other purposes. But Anika, it was so good to see you. You guys make sure you go check out Armstrong's Bayou Cafe and Po' Boy's Bayou. They are serving up the most authentic Cajun cuisine with a wide selection of signature crab cakes. Oh, I saw you guys there the other day. You guys were eating the crabby seafood, or you were eating the seafood pasta. Yep. It was phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yep.
Tell them it was phenomenal. Tell them how
it was phenomenal.
So they should go.
It was great. It was good.
And you were at Union Hall and Union Grove. Make sure you guys go check them out. Follow Armstrong's Bayou Cafe on Facebook. To Anika Armstrong, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Blue Star RV Services with Manny Guerrero, a mobile RV tech who fix all RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and all them broken down food trucks. I'm so tired. I'm going to order a cheeseburger with fries. You're like, give us a second because the AC went out and it's only 100 degrees in Texas. And I don't want you sweating all over my cheeseburger. Just call Blue Star RV Services, right? And he'll come out there and he'll fix it. Him and his team, they got you. He deals with the warranty company so you guys don't have to, but they also have competitive pricing. They come to you. They fix everything. They're super easy to get a hold of, and the team is professional, and they are reliable. Blue Star RV Services, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to my boy, Jonathan Garcia with JG's Lawns Care. He's one of my new sponsors. He said I can call him Big Daddy if I want to. I'm not going to do it. We're doing professional, darling. That's right. Contact for all lawns care services, including mowing, weed eating, edging, tree trimming, and so much more. Listen, he's offering competitive pricing and willing to travel anywhere to get your property looking absolutely right. I don't want you getting cited by the city anymore. I don't want the lawns looking a hot mess express. Hit up JG Lawns Care. Jonathan Garcia, aka Big Daddy, follow on Facebook at JG's Lawn Care. So Jonathan, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, one of my new sponsors, Chep's Pizza and Burgers with my boy Jesse and my girl Tanya Sotomayor. That's right, they're offering a wide variety of delicious lunch and dinner options. You guys, oh my goodness, you guys, they have the New York style pizza, they have subs, they have delicious Mexican hot dogs that I'm absolutely obsessed with. They also have a wide variety of delicious beer, desserts, and so much more, you guys. And they have daily lunch specials as well. And every Saturday, you can get Mexican hot dogs for $1.99. Go check them out at 3125 Bell Me Drive. Be on the lookout as well for brunch. doing a bunch, all right? You guys, Chef's Pizza and Burgers, Jesse and Tanya Sotomayor, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And good luck with that restaurant, because you want to know what? I had the Mexican hot dog, Kenneth, and I was obsessed. I was so obsessed. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys, I'm super excited, like I said, to have this next guest on the show. He got me some drink, because I don't know if him and the wife are into all that shit. I'm not into all that. Stop this, okay? She's gorgeous. But I don't do girls, Kenneth. You know this, okay? Now, I'm not talking about the cologne that you guys get from Burlington Coat Factory. I am talking about one of the top photographers here in town. He is responsible for the cover photo of The Public Affair. Was so patient with me, took me to some barbershop and made magic with Kenneth Coleman Photography. I'm excited to welcome local photographer, Mr. Kenneth Coleman, here on The Public Affair. Finally. It's been 2 years since that photo came out.
How y'all doing?
I want to thank you for doing that photo. Honestly, it's one of my favorite pictures. I was just telling your wife before the show started, who she's spectating in the corner. I don't know how I'm going to top that, because I know it's time for a new cover photo, and I don't know how I'm going to top that.
I'm still tripping that it's been 2 years already.
Has it, right?
That's crazy.
And tell these bitches that it was the day after I was released from, my fully healing from my foot.
It was. He walked in crippled, but he was able to take the picture.
That's right. Tell them I put them pointy shoes on, okay? I was professional, darling, right?
Yes.
And the pose, you guys, if you look at the photo, it was me sitting like this, and with the photo that we choose with the wine glass, okay? We had to have that. And I swear to God, you guys, it's the opposite leg. My foot was hurting so bad, Kenneth. It was horrible. It was so in the phone. I'm sure you edited the tears, but I was crying. I was crying so much.
You know what's funny? I didn't even know that. Like the fact, because like as photographers, when we say one more photo, we're lying.
No,
like,
you are.
We'll be like, one more, let me get one more.
Yeah.
Like we'll take like 10 to 20 more.
No, yeah, you are. Yeah, and let me tell you something right now, and it's not because I've had photo shoots with you. My girl, Lindsay Washman, she did my very, very first cover photo. Shout out to her. Joe Leo. I actually hate photo shoots. No. I want to do the photo shoot. I just hate them. I loathe them. I was so annoyed. I was ready to go home. Yeah. It was hot. The suit, the wardrobe.
Yeah, you had the suit on, yeah.
Yeah, I had the suit on, but with Joe, I had nothing on, so it was a little bit. It was a little bit. It was
easier.
Cool. It was easier. Yeah, I loathe them. But I know it needs to be done. You took me to a barbershop. Can we shout out that barbershop and that person?
That is Gentleman's Barbershop. My boy Aaron Rodriguez. We've been cool since junior high. He's actually a person that I look up to, man, because I'll never forget when we were seniors. Yeah. Everybody was like, what college you going to? What college you going to? And he's like, I don't want to go to college. I want to go to barber school. I want to own my own barbershop. Okay. And sure enough, lo and behold, he did it. He did it.
Why doesn't he come on The Public Affair? I think I DM'd him and he never messaged me back.
He should. Well, he's a hard person to get a hold of, too. He just got back from vacation. So.
Everybody needs to stop. Listen, I'm the fucking celebrity, okay? And you can get a hold of me. Let's all stop acting like we're hot fucking shit. I'm saying my piece now, okay? Yeah. Tell him to come on The Public Affair. No, you know what? I'm going to tell you something, Kenneth.
What's up?
When you told me to pull up to that barbershop in Belmead.
Come on,
with my Versace suit that I was renting. Or excuse me, it wasn't Versace, it was Vera Wang. It was a Vera Wang suit that I was renting. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Shout out to Sonia, my girl Sonia Childers. She gave us the chair. I was like, Sonia, girl, this is the place. Do you normally shoot? And no shade, like it ended up working out. And shout out to Aaron. No, for a gorgeous barbershop. I just didn't know I was going to be doing the photo shoot in a barbershop. So I was a bit, Are you kidding me?
Funny thing about
it, I put my deposit down already.
I've done photo shoots. Like I did one photo shoot of one of our female friends, me and my wife, and we actually just did a shoot recently too. I'm actually about to drop those photos today. But anyway, we did a show. Okay. We did a shoot in front of a dumpster. And really? I ended up changing like the color of the dumpster to like pink. So you wouldn't even know I was shooting in front of a dumpster. Sure. Just in front of the Sefco. Like, you wouldn't even know. So, but as photographers, then that is standard. And I didn't know that. So you guys can shoot anywhere. Do you think that's what takes a professional versus a novice? Or what's your perspective? Most definitely. Like, a lot of people think it's gear. Okay. But it's really not the gear. It's the photographer. Okay. You know, as a photographer, you should be able to manipulate a lot of different things, especially lighting with one of them. But like, we can take this room, we can take this area right here, which is, is a certain amount of space, and we can make it look like we shot at a professional studios. So,
Sure. I got you.
So,
do you like my lighting today?
It is actually.
Do you like my lighting?
You know what?
Yes.
Low key, when I walked in here, me being a photographer and videographer, I'm like, what is he shooting on? These cameras. I'm like, do I need to give me some of these?
It's a production. And you know what? The team at Rogue Media Network, they already know. You know what I mean? As soon as I walk in, I love it. Yes. I have to have the good lights. Yes. Okay. So you know what, Kenneth? Again, I'm so happy that you're here on the show. It's been 2 years since I've known you, since you did the podcast, since you did the photo. And again, I'm very grateful to you. But you know, for people watching the show, which you have to be living under a rock if you don't know who Kenneth Coleman is, because you have taken photos for everybody. I was doing my homework on you guys. I cannot believe how many people you have taken pictures for. I was like, oh my God, all my friends know him. Yeah, can you just introduce like life growing up for you? Introduce yourself to us, please.
So, for anybody that doesn't know already, my name is Kenneth Coleman. I am a junior. I was born here in Waco, Texas. I'm 31 years old. Waco native, of course. I went to La Vega my whole life, so I bleed blue and yellow.
There you go.
You know, like it or not. But
I slept with guys from Belmead. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have been scared to come to Belmead then.
I wasn't scared. I was just perturbed that it was at a barber shop.
That it was at a barber shop.
Listen, let me tell you something, Kenneth. I will say, I don't know if I got the discount or what. But, you know, it was still like a pretty penny because, you know, you're going to pay for a photo shoot, right? And so when I thought about it, I was like, I cannot believe this motherfucker. but no, I underestimated you. And I'm going to say it on camera right now. I egg on my face. I was wrong. I doubted it. You are a fucking professional. You are the real deal, Holyfield. And there's no question about it.
I appreciate that.
Yes, this man took me into some random man's barbershop. and created the cover photo of the public affair. But anyway,
he's about to get another haircut. No,
I was like, I already got faded by Sid, bitch. No, but anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, so you know, I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm a brother. My beautiful wife over there, who I had to bring along. She's camera shy, but I just wanted her to have some spotlight because without her, you know,
she's your backbone.
She's basically.
She was there at the photo shoot.
She was there at the photo shoot.
I love her because she supports the F out of you. I can just tell. She's like, she is your crutch.
Yes, sir.
Is that fair to say?
Yes, she is. And with her being such a fashionable person, she might catch things that I might not catch. And, you know, she might, you know, fix my subject's hair or fix the subject's outfit or something. Is
that what we are, subjects?
Yeah.
I'm going to start calling that my side pieces, subjects. You're
subjects?
Yeah, I'm going to start calling them subjects. Can I do that, please?
I don't know if they'll like that.
Especially the ones from La Vega? La Vega. Belmead? Excuse me. Belmead? They went to La Vega, I should say. Yeah, okay. Did you have any hardships growing up over there? Or just in life in general? What was life for you growing up?
Life for me growing up, I'm not one of those guys that be like, I got to get it out the mud type stuff. But I am from Belmead. But no, I grew up with both my parents. Both my parents were two hard, God-fearing people. Okay. They worked. You know, they were able to provide for us, me and my two older sisters. I'm the youngest of three.
Okay.
I'm the only boy.
Yeah.
But they gave us pretty much everything that we needed. We didn't have everything that we wanted, but we had everything that we needed.
They provided.
They provided. Of course, they provided. And, you know, they supported everything that I did, everything that me and my sisters did.
Gotcha.
You know, I play sports. My dad, you know, my mom and dad, they came to every game I played, basketball, football, and everything. They were just real supportive. You know, I had a real strong support, a real strong backbone.
Sure.
Growing up. So as far as hardships, I think I've dealt with more hardships now than I did growing
up. Life is harder now, right?
Life is harder now.
I'm tired of you bitches asking me for money. Stop it. Do you know what somebody said to me the other day, this motherfucker?
What's that?
Do you know, he recognized me, and we've known each other for 6 months, but he barely recognized me as that person from the public affair.
Why is it?
So we...
you lost weight.
Well, but I don't know why he... we work together. Like I have a regular, just, you know, 8 to 5. And he says, "Are you that guy from the public affair?" I was like, "Are you barely noticing?" Like, excuse me. And he goes, "I thought you'd have a house on the hills." Oh. And I said, "House on the hills?"
That's just how
what are you talking? Are you kidding me?
I guess that's how you carry yourself. You seem like you got yourself together. So
I think that us in the public eye, whether it be photographer, whether it be podcast, like we have to create the illusion that everything is okay because there are people looking up to us. There are people looking up to you as a photographer that want to be like Kenneth Coleman. There's that kid that you don't know about looking up to you. Just like there was a bunch of kids that came up to me and they want to be like me and they want to be on the fucking show. And I was like, whoa, what happened? I was like, where'd that come from?
Age limit.
Yeah, so we just have I don't want to harp on it because the show is about you, but I just feel like we have to create those, not illusions, but for lack of a better term, you know, that everything is fine and taken care of. I just want you to focus on my career. Don't worry about what I got going on. That's what my brothers are for. Shout out to Jaime and Mara. They're the only ones that see me cry. They're the only ones that see me, you know, at the dumps. And then all y'all just need to just know that everything's fine. Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Yeah. You know, ever heard the term fake it until you make it?
Exactly.
And you can interpret it however you want to.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I definitely agree with you like that.
Sure.
Now, if somebody comes to you on a personal level and, you know, they want to maybe follow the path that you did and they might ask for advice, then then there's a time and a place where you can be like, okay, this is what I went through. This is what I went through. But totally
down.
You have to have yourself together.
Yeah, no, you do. Yeah, in any business. Were you in soccer? A lot of my soccer friends know you.
Yes, I am. I'm like one of the 4 black people in Waco.
It's you. And then you know what? Wasn't it those people that became really famous that played soccer too? Is it Desmond? What is it?
Are you talking about?
What's their fucking name?
The
Supreme Dreams.
Dreams.
Yes.
So they were actually younger than me. So I didn't know. I didn't even know they were from Waco, to be honest. Got you. First. I didn't even know.
I met one of them at the Waco Awards.
Yeah, they were at the Waco Awards.
I was drunk.
You were hella drunk.
Y'all know I'll be fucked up at them awards.
We were laughing at your ass.
I can't sit at those awards sober. It's a fucking circus, which we'll get into that in a minute. You know, shade. I can't sit at those awards sober. I need lots of alcohol prior.
We was laughing at your ass, man.
Well, hello. Okay, I'm just saying. It needs some pizzazz.
Yeah.
The Waco. Let's talk about the Waco Awards.
Let's talk about the Waco Awards.
Okay, you won this Waco Award the last year, correct? Or was it the year before?
The year before.
Okay.
Yeah, the year before.
You won the Waco Award.
Okay,
Photography of the Year, right? Congratulations to you. I have won the Podcast of the Year every year for the last 3 years, and I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know why. But, you know, obviously it's from the city. You know what I mean? We talked a bit about, what are you involved with them? Do you work with them or anything?
As far as who?
Anybody in the Waco Awards.
At the Waco Awards?
Yeah.
No, I know of A-Ray. We spoke, you know, a couple of times and stuff like that. But no, I don't work with any of them. Gabby does my hair. Shout out to
Tell Gabby to come bring her ass on the show.
Shout out to Gabby.
Love her. She's so kind.
Yes.
Gabby. She is so kind, yes.
But she need to come too.
Yeah, no. You know what it is with the Waco Awards, because you guys, you know, laugh at me over there. I'm looking at Asher, right? I mean, fucked up. They need a host. They need one host. And I slid into A-Ray's DMs. I don't think he saw it, or if he did, he ignored it. I was like, I will do it for free the first year.
Yeah.
I would do it for free. That award show has let me tell you something. Because I'm not going to bash them by no means necessary. I'm not going to. I'm very grateful. If a fucking little kid writes on a piece of crayon and toilet paper that I'm Podcast of the Year, I'm hanging that bitch on my fridge. Like, I'm going to. I love every accolade. I do. You know what I mean? Yeah. They have the potential for growth. Mm-hmm. They have the potential to be like something amazing. And I don't think that they are utilizing the correct resources. I don't think that they're utilizing the correct methods in doing so. Does that make sense?
I think that's fair to say because, like you said, I wouldn't scrutinize anybody because, like you said, like they're doing something that
I love the idea.
Exactly the idea, like something that we don't have. You know,
absolutely.
Like anything, there's room for growth. So
absolutely.
I totally agree with that. But you being the host, I actually agree with that too because listening to you shout out your sponsors, it was crazy, man.
I'm an actual host. That's my job. Hello, we are on the public affair. Are we not on a podcast that I'm hosting?
But you didn't stumble over your words, and when I felt like you were about to stumble, you kept going.
That's it.
Like, are you trained to do that, or how long have you been doing that?
The public affair 4 years, radio 7. So
radio was what you did do radio.
Yes, I did. I did do radio. I did commercials and everything. And I used to stumble on my words all the time. Like,
that's what it was.
Yeah, it's years of practice. It's years of practice. But I think that the Waco Awards, we need a host. Waco Awards, if you're watching this show, I will host the show. For the first year for free. After that, y'all gonna give me that because I can't sit there fucking sober. I'm not gonna do it. Like,
you know what's crazy though? So when they actually called me for my award, so I wasn't even. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting to win. I was expected to be nominated because I remember speaking to my wife. I was like, you know what, Waco Awards. So we went. The year before I won, we went the prior year just to check out the vibe, see how everything was, see what the competition looked like, what other photographers. And everything. And I was like, man, you know what? It'd actually be pretty cool to get nominated. That was just my first step.
Absolutely.
And so
don't we all want to though? Like get nominated.
Yeah, some kind of recognition.
Exactly.
You know, as humans, we want to feel valued.
You work hard. We all work hard.
We all work hard. Yeah. And
some of them don't work hard though. I don't give a fuck. Some of those people that get nominated, I'm like, what the fuck? Who is that? Where do y'all find that person? Like, hello. They don't even have an Instagram anyway.
But that definitely encouraged me to like. I started grinding. I was just grinding, coming up with these ideas. But I say that to say that anyway, when they called me for the award, I had you can ask my wife. I had it written down what I want to say.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody I want to shout out. Man, when I got up to the stage and I saw everybody, everything went out the window. And I was like,
are you shy? You mentioned that you're shy.
It's not even that I'm shy. I wouldn't say that I'm shy because I can definitely hold a conversation when conversation needs to be held.
Sure.
You know those introverted people?
Yes.
But when you talk to them, they can be extroverted.
Right.
That's kind of how I feel like I am, depending on the season. But anyway, I got up there and like everything that I had written down and memorized that I wanted to say, it just went straight out the window.
Sure.
And I'm like, damn.
Sure.
And what's crazy, I did one act play in high school. And so in one act, they teach you to not look at people directly, but to look through people.
Exactly.
You know, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, I just forgot what I was going to say. So I just started, going off the rip.
Yeah.
I just started, I probably left out some people. But,
sure.
It was just crazy how I just got up there and similar lights and in the crowd, I just went blank. Yeah. So like I what's the word I'm looking for? I admire the way that you come with the words and you can flow like that.
You know what? I get that a lot too. Like I think I'm blessed to have such an extensive vocabulary. And unfortunately, I'm a people person. Unfortunately, because sometimes I just want to go to bed. But the first year I wasn't there to accept the award. And because I was like, I'm not gonna fucking win. I'm not going to that shit. Like and then they fucking called my name and everybody was texting me. I was like, oh, I was at Soko Soccer Academy. Shout out to Coach Mauro Maldonado, who's one of my best friends. Yeah. I love him. And he was throwing a barbecue for the soccer team. And I was like, you guys, oh my God, I just won the fucking Waco Award and I'm not there. Bitch, I'm in my skinny jeans and jacket. Like, what am I just pull up?
You should have pulled up.
They be pulling up in fucking suits and Louboutins and shit. Like bitch, it's a fucking real award show. I'm not running a suit for this.
People renting suits for that?
Right?
That's crazy.
They are. And then the second year, I was like, there's no way I'm going to win 2 times in a row, right? I'm my own worst critic. I got so drunk. That's where I met ATM Man, who I love. I love him so much. And I was so drunk as F. And then I won and I just went up there crying. And I thanked my gay 12-year-old self, which I don't know why I did that. Because the 12-year-old gay me did not go through anything. Like he was fine and he was playing girl games. And then the third year, I'm not gonna lie. The third year, I had some shit going on behind the scenes.
I don't think I went the third.
The third year was a hot mess. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. No, I'm very critical of Waco Awards. I want you guys. You guys have such a leveraged. I want to see the Waco Awards do better,
grow.
I do want to see them grow because I like the idea of recognizing local talent. Do you know what I mean? I do think there might need to be. And maybe this is nuanced because, like, how can you say that if you won 3 years in a row, there needs to be a different voting system? Do you know what I mean? You can't just.
But anybody votes.
Because at the end of the day, like, I'm just gonna call it spade a spade. I don't have to do anything all year long, get nominated, and then all I have to do is beg you to vote for me and I'll win. Yeah.
What is it? You can vote from different platforms or something.
Like, something like that. Like I can just get you. I can pay you to vote for me, and even though I didn't do shit. Now, thankful to the people that did vote for me for 3 years in a row because they know I'd be putting in that work and the stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm great. And I never had to ask a soul to vote for me, so I'm very grateful for that. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that can change, and I'd love to meet with the committee of that.
Let me ask you this though.
Sure.
Do you feel like how do I put this without starting any controversy?
I really don't give a fuck about controversy anymore. I'm so tired. I told my girl Leslie yesterday, shout out to Leslie Delgado, I told her ass, I'm so fucking tired of the disrespect. And I'm at the point right now where y'all want the fucking smoke. Let's go. I'm done. I'm done being modest. I'm done being above the grain. Let's do this.
Well, I guess my question is like, do you feel like the Waco Awards is one-sided ethnicity, if that makes sense? Like and I say that because like when you look at the ethnicity of people, or not even ethnicity, I guess you could say race or whatever, but look at the race of people. Because I remember it was one time a song had came on. And let's just keep it real. A song had came on. And I was looking, I don't know why, I guess it's in the black culture.
Sure.
My eyes directly went to the white folks. And I was like,
I don't think that it's such a nuanced conversation. Like obviously it's not just one-sided because I'm Puerto Rican. I identify as Afro-Latino. I do.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I do. But I don't think that it's made just for Black people. I think that it's definitely in anything, right? Even like with the podcast. Mm-hmm. If I just had nothing but gays and girls on here, it would be a gay podcast.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My guests are diverse.
Got you.
Like you're a Black guy. Mm-hmm. My last guest was a white guy who's Black too, which I love. Shout out to Jeff. Mm-hmm. he's like the people's champ. They're like white Black, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love it. You know how they're white, but they're Black too.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. And then I have Latino, obviously a plethora of Latino guests. You know what I mean? I definitely think like with the, I don't know. That's a hard question to answer. That's a hard question to answer. I don't think they're...
they cater like to one...
I just
because they have a country group,
I think there's too many categories if you want to go there too. Like who the fuck cares who the fuck the best bank is, bitch? Like we all negative. What you talking about? Like we all negative. Chase, like the CEO of Chase is gonna come down for the wiggle words. But you know, like no, no, it's like yes and no.
Yeah, yes and no.
I think that again, who's in charge of that, A-Ray?
I believe so.
Yeah. First of all, A-Ray, let me shout out to you. I met him in person. Very kind, very nice guy. Very, very nice guy. Would love to have a conversation with you. I think that he needs to sit down and really just kind of reevaluate the Waco Awards, if you will. I think he needs to reevaluate the committee. I'm going to say, I think he needs to reevaluate who he has involved in it. I think you need to do better in getting other people involved in it, if you will. And if you want to cater to one person, we got Premios Los Nuestros, which is Spanish award ceremony. We have the BET Awards, which is a Black award ceremony for the most part. You know what I mean? MTV Awards is, fucking Kelly Clarkson shit, white people for the most part. Yeah. Even though they have their individual categories, it's still catered to a certain audience. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But if you want to cater to the city of Waco, I think he needs to do more homework. And I say that very respectfully because he is very kind to me. And I never want that to... I hope he doesn't take that criticism negatively. I really hope. And I love his sister too, April. Love her. I love April. I just think that for him, you got a good thing going, bro. But you have got to, you can do better.
When you have a service for something, it's like you said. Now, I don't know what his ideas are. He wants to have a narrow or if he wants us to be for a city. So that's why I was kind of curious. I was like... It was like us, and then it was like them. Yeah. And it was just like
I could see that. I could see that. Like I saw the white people stand up and leave. But there was a lot of people standing up and leaving because it was boring. No, I'm sorry. The first fucking 20 categories was like shit like this is redundant. Like we don't
I will say, Eric, out of respect. Hey, you need to move photographer of the year up closer to the awards, not at the end.
And podcast at the front, please. Now we're not going to win awards this year, damn it. No, Aaron, honestly, I'm going to have him on the public affair. We're going to talk about it on the public affair. Because I want him to know that I respect him. I want him to know.
Most definitely.
I do.
Yeah.
I want him to know that I respect him, and I see what you're trying to do. I just don't think it's working.
There's room for growth.
There's room for growth, 100% for everybody. You know what, Kenneth? I definitely want to get more into you and your career because we spent the first half of it talking about everybody else. But we're going to take a quick little break, okay? And when we get back, we're going to learn more about Kenneth's photography career, some XXX photos, and if he's down with that or not, and if he'll take photos like Joe Leo did of me with my pants off here on the Public Affairs. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this exciting episode of The Public Affair. My very special guest, Mr. Kenneth Coleman Jr. He corrected me. Okay, my bad, damn. Don't be punching me in the face, all right? Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out. Listen, just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair, all right? This episode is also brought to us by Banda's Hauling Service with Julie and Ana Banda. They rent dump trailers, right? You fill it up, they haul it away, they do junk removals, they do tree brush removals, they haul cars in and out of town. And also, if you guys are having those big giant Mexican parties where there's trash everywhere all the time or whatever, they offer roll-off dumpster services as well. Now, let me tell you guys something. This is a number to have in your phone in case you need to get pulled out of a sticky situation. I'm talking about pun intended. That's right. The car breaks down. He'll come and get you. Book now with the number on the screen. Banda's Hauling Service. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Jeffrey Monreal with Pollo Box and Audio, home for all your LED needs, auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He just put some bass in my car. He just put some bass in my car, like South Waco, North Waco bass. You know what I'm talking about? I be bumping the Cheetah Girls and shit now. You know what I mean? They didn't think that they had that bump. They did it. Yeah, no, it's amazing. I love it so much. He put the starlights on my car. He put the tint on my car. He put all that in my car. Yeah. You have got to hit up Pollo Box and Audio. Yeah. Okay, he's locally owned. He's got quick turnarounds and competitive pricing in your one-stop stop to get everything done in one roof. I twisted my word. Shut up. Boil Box and Audio, Jeffrey Monreal, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Osier Penguin Benitez with Fun Town RV, the best in RV sales. That's right. Penguin is working overtime to make sure you and your family are situated and settled in the best RV suited for you. That's right. I'm talking about toy haulers, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and so much more. And also, if you mention The Public Affair, he will give you $200 off of your RV. Go camping in style. Ew, who does tents? Excuse me, it's too hot for tents. I want to camp in style. I want to camp in luxury. Osier Penguin Benitez, Fun Town RV. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, Tamara Rosales with Strike and Pose Photography. That's right. A digital photo booth business perfect for parties, private events, corporate events, and so much more. It's fun, it's convenient, it's easy. She's also offering digital customized invitations and movement forms as well. She also does sports photography, all personal photography. My girl, she's on the come up. I want you to look for her. She's really on the come up. I'm going to talk to you about her. She's on the come up. She's doing her thing. She's doing her big one. Love her so much. Calling out with the number on the screen. Se habla español. Mara Rosales, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, I can't go on without thanking my boy Jesus Sanchez with Brothers Roofing and Remodeling. Hello. A small construction business perfect from Mar, Texas. Specializing in general roofing needs and so much more. Protect your home from the crazy elements of this Texas weather. We have hurricanes for days. Okay, I don't know. Every time we turn around, it's a storm. It's a hurricane. It's a tornado. All right, he can come out. He'll inspect the home. He'll do all renovations for you. He does fencing. He does flower beds. He does every single thing. Him and his team are 100% true and honest work. Jesus Sanchez, Brothers Roofing and Remodeling. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys, I'm back here with my very special guest, Mr. Kenneth. Kenneth, what was in this drink? Oh my God, I'm stumbling. What was this?
So it's called cactus juice.
Okay. It sounds Mexican. I know your wife is Mexican.
Yeah, she is Mexican. She's actually teaching me Spanish. Yeah, so
does she teach you Spanish in bed?
Not a lot. But she does.
Yeah, like before you guys are gonna sleep.
We get. No, never mind. I'm not
no,
gonna
yeah.
I almost slipped up.
No, it's okay. No, say no. What were we gonna say?
So we get straight to business when it comes to that. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Y'all don't like talking? I like talking before I do that. I'm weird. Yeah, I'm a talker. I want to talk.
I feel like everything should already have been said before then.
No, yeah, I want to talk and
I mean, everybody's different, I guess.
Yeah, I like having a conversation. I like leading because I like porn with stories.
Like, what kind of conversation do you like having?
Like just regular conversation.
Like how was your day?
Yeah, so what'd you do today? Oh my God, that bitch.
Like, why y'all in dressing?
Yeah, no. So you ready to start or not? Are you still nervous? Okay.
You like to break the ice.
Is that your wife calling? You know what, Kenneth? Speaking of inappropriate conversations, Joe Leo, who we're friends with.
Yes.
Love Joe Leo. I think he's phenomenal. I think he has phenomenal eye. I think he's got a great talent in photography as well. He took a photo shoot of me where my bottoms were off. My pants were off, and we can confirm that. I was at the private hip hop headquarters because I was going to be on Prescription Show. And, they told me to be there at 7 p.m. We started told me I'm 10.
Damn.
Yeah, because I have to have a safety meeting and shit. I don't do all that. Prescription, ew. I don't do all that.
7 and 2 is like a big...
No, 10 and 10
is a big difference.
Okay, excuse me. I had to be there at 7 for the photo shoot. Because let me tell you something. Joe wanted to do the photo shoot. He said, Andrew, I want to do it free. I just want to take pictures of you. And I was so honored because I have always looked up to him. I think he's a phenomenal photographer.
Yeah, he's one of my mentors.
Is he really?
Yeah, in photography. He actually helped me get to the point where I'm at now.
Oh wow. Yeah. Big ups to him.
Yeah.
So he is the first man that has ever just seen me half naked. And I don't know how he didn't just I know he wanted to low key, right? Just kind of ravage me because hello. Did you see my legs on that photo shoot? You know what I mean? Yeah. Of course he did. Why would you not have wanted to, right? Yeah. Is there limits to your photography?
Man,
especially considering that, you work with the wife because she's pretty much all the I saw you guys at Blam.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I love Deucey.
Yeah, Big Deuce. Shout out to Deuce.
I love
his
Big
food
Deucey.
truck.
Yes, love him so much, and he's doing. He was on the show, but considering that the wife is there and stuff like that, would you do boudoir photo shoots and stuff like that?
So when it comes to stuff like that, I would probably run it by her.
Okay.
Just for on a professional level and just out of respect out of our marriage.
Sure.
And then hey, do you want to? I got inquired to do this kind of shoot. Do you want to come? Just so both feel comfortable.
Sure.
And stuff like that. But I think the most I've ever done, so I haven't gotten inquired about a boudoir shoot yet. But the most thing I've ever done is probably those photos where women take pictures of with they have their shirt off and they just have flowers in front of them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but it was actually a good friend of mine, and she had I guess one of those half bras on. So, you couldn't really tell if she had anything. But
sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? But,
yeah.
But that's probably like the closest thing. But yeah, anything like a boudoir, I would just out of respect for my marriage, I would run it by her and be like, hey,
sure.
You know, what do you think about this? You know, do you want to come along? You know,
yeah, because I wonder in business, because, you know, at the end of the day, the photography puts food on the table for the most part, you know what I mean? And it supports the family household. And so, you know, some people do want those, like, you know, erotic photo shoots, if you will. You know what I mean? And so while Astrid is very involved in the process, you know what I mean? She was there the whole time we were photoing. I wasn't trying to slide in Kenneth's DMs, okay? I've never had the BBC. I'm scared. I am. Okay? I'm very scared. BBC, yeah, very scared. I told that to ATM Man. I told him that. You know,
I watched that one.
Did you watch that one?
Yeah, that was funny.
I do like him. I like him so much.
Yeah, funny. I was going back and forth.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, but no. You know. So I wonder what conversations take place. Like, you know, and God, you see, Astrid, this is why you should have been on the show. Well, Astrid, how about just yes or no? Is that something that you're open to? I mean, it's business. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, she's a good person.
And another thing too, just to piggyback off of that, like anybody that knows me on a personal level knows that, like, when it comes to business, it's like it's business.
It's business.
And even because I would actually personal train folks.
Oh,
and,
okay.
You know, personal trainers nowadays have like a bad reputation.
Yeah.
Right. But when it comes to anything business, it's always on a professional level.
Sure.
Because that person can tarnish your name just to say that, you know, that they did this to me or they said this to me. So whenever I am, you know, doing photography with women, I always tell them, hey, you know, you can bring somebody with you, bring a friend, bring a sister, your cousin. That way you feel comfortable. That way I'm, you know, not held liable or something because it's another person in the room or whatever. But definitely if it's my photography or anything, it's straight professional.
And I will say that too. When I booked you, I'm not sure why I booked you for the cover photo. Why did I do that? Would somebody reference me?
I want to say you said somebody referenced you.
Somebody might have referenced me, but I remember you being very business, or like he sent me an invoice. You did, and you said, you know, I need this up front. What, you know, X amount of dollars, and I respect that about you because, you know, here in this business, while we're all young entrepreneurs, or, you know, up and coming entrepreneurs, I should say, maybe not young because I'm every bit of 33. Hello, but you know, I think that, you know, especially because this town is so small, everybody's expecting free handouts.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's expecting the discounts, this and that. And while, you know, I was Andrew G with the public affair and you're about to create my cover photo, I wasn't expecting anything less than you just tell me what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have you encountered that a lot in your career where, you know, you grew up with all these people? You know what I mean? Do you think that a lot of them, or maybe not a lot of them, but some people may have tried to exploit you in that aspect where it's like, you know, maybe I can like fish Kenneth to do it for free or for less than?
Most, I mean, you know, I wouldn't say all, but probably some. But, you know, being an entrepreneur, I can say that it's even, I'm pretty sure you can say it too, but it's some ins and outs that you have to learn, and some lessons that you have to learn along the way. So I've been doing photography going on 5 years. So my first year compared to my 5th year is totally different. There's some things that I probably would have allowed my first year that I wouldn't allow now. Okay. And I say that in the most up respect, because, you know, a lot of people have to realize that this is what I do. This is a business. So this is how I provide. This is how I put food on the table. Sure. You know, and you should respect my business, because if you can go to someone else and not ask them for a handout, you should be able to come to me and be like, hey, my friend is up and rising entrepreneur. This is his business. Let me respect him. Yeah. Hey, I don't care what you charge. Just, you know, charge me, send me the invoice. I'm not looking for a handout. Because I would do the same for your business. If I know that you're starting a business, and, you know, a clothing line, whatever it might be. Right. Hey, oh, you charge $300 for this? Okay, here's the $300, here's the invoice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's funny because we were laughing the other day because my wife does balloon business. Okay. And what was it? I think it was a reel on IG, and it said that without that deposit, all we've discussed is just hopes and dreams.
Well, hello. Yes, I say that too. Yeah. Yeah. What are you going to pay me in hopes and dreams? Like,
yeah. So exactly. So I definitely.
It's business.
It's business, because I've had times where I didn't require a deposit. I don't even call them a deposit, because a deposit is something that you can get back. I call them a retainer. Oh, okay. So you can you pay your retainer. Yeah. And because I've had some people not show.
I think oh, really?
Yeah, I've had some people cancel. I have some people not show. So, you know, you're more likely to show up to something that you put money.
And then they want their retainer back?
So I have a small clause. Yeah. It's like a small window with that situation, depending on the situation. Now, if it's just I didn't, you know, then no. You know what I'm saying? If something came up that was tragic or something, and,
Sure.
I'm considerate about that.
But if you just like overslept,
too
bad.
That's my time.
That's too bad. Yeah, yeah. I paid my invoice up front. Yes, I did.
He paid his invoice up front.
Up front, yes.
We didn't just discuss hopes and dreams. We actually discussed.
I said, how much was it? Tell me
what we were gonna do.
I had to get that Vera Wang suit and try it on with a broken foot. Okay, and hoped that the shoes fit, and they were gonna fit that fucking photo shoot. Okay? What was it like branding yourself in the beginning? Because 5 years, you're relatively. I wouldn't say you're novice. I would definitely say that you're professional at this point. And what was it hard for you to brand yourself? A lot of people that are from this town, they really feel like and we can get more into this too, because, once again, I'm with the smoke. I think that there are people who feel entitled to, we grew up together, you have to support me no matter what. But I always feel like people are going to support something that they like or don't like.
No, most definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Just because we're like great friends. Like, I know a lot of my friends probably don't watch every single episode of The Public Affair. they want me to do well, right? But they're probably not one of the something thousand viewers or 100 viewers. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
And so did you feel like you had a hard time with that, when you started the photography business?
Honestly, I would say yes and no.
Okay.
But to your, I guess your original question, how was it branding myself? Mm-hmm. So when I first did start out, it was a lot of stuff that I had to do for free.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with that.
I had to do some stuff. I had to do a couple of jobs for free just to get my name out there. And once you start getting to a certain point, you can start charging whatever. But I never forget. Shout out to my homeboy Antonio Scott. Mm-hmm. I remember. The whole reason I even got started, let me tell you about that.
Yeah, hello, yeah.
The whole reason I even got started in photography is during COVID, like a lot of us, I'm sure, probably got laid off their jobs. I got laid off my job for 6 months. And I was drawing unemployment. Mm-hmm. And so, my wife was the only one working. She was pregnant. Did we have Sebastian? That was 2019. Yeah, so I think my son was just about to be born. Okay. And I was at home and I was drawing unemployment, but as a man, you just being at home and your wife is going to work every day. It kind of messes with you. It kind of messes with you.
On a man standpoint.
Yeah, definitely. It kind of
you're supposed to be with her, right? Yeah.
Supposed to be, trying to provide and stuff like that. So anyway, I was still working out. I was going to the gym. Yeah. And it would always just me, recording myself with my phone and everything. So my wife actually did photography in high school. Oh, okay. And I was just going through the closet one day and I found her camera. And it actually fell out the closet, like the top of the closet, it fell down. Yeah. And I was like...
like in the movie.
Jumanji or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But, and I picked up the camera and I just started like kind of playing with it. And she had like a fair share of lens. She had like 3 different lenses. So anyway, I started recording myself, taking pictures and stuff like that. And then my homeboy was like, hey man, my son's graduating Midway. Can you take his senior pictures?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So we went downtown in front of the Hippodrome. Mm-hmm. And...
I'm scared.
I'm laughing because I'm looking at those photos compared to my photos nowadays.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like, you were doing iPhone photos back in the day.
Basically.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, the comparison was just...
Can you be an iPhone photographer?
I most definitely think you can to a certain extent. Okay. And if you want me to get more into detail with it, I could. Just on a short term. Far as like a camera compared to a phone, it depends on the settings. So a camera is able to... be able to shoot in really kind of in any situation, like low light. You know what I'm saying? Your camera has a bigger sensor where it can shoot in low light situations. Okay. I don't know if you ever noticed where, it ever took a picture with your phone at nighttime, it's kind of blurry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So certain situations with a certain lighting, I feel like you could. But back to my story. So I took his pictures and, hey man, he's pretty good. And then, that led to one thing, led to another. And that's really all she wrote. And I just started, that's how I started jumping into the photography game. Yeah. And I remember I came across Joe Leo's page one time. And I was like, dang, this guy's pictures are like, how does he get his pictures like that?
Phenomenal, yeah.
And back to your point earlier, like coming from Waco, it's a lot of gatekeepers in Waco. Oh. And so me not knowing him, I was like, man, he's not going to, I'm going to reach out to this guy. But he probably ain't going to tell me, Man, I reached out to him. We had a whole conversation. And he ended up calling me on Messenger. And I'm like,
oh, that's so great.
Right? I'm like,
he's so good. He's so awesome. I love him. I do. I fucking love Joe. I do.
And I was like, I don't even know this guy. Why he calling me?
So you're feeling all perturbed? Like,
yeah, man. We was on the phone for about 20 minutes, man. He broke a lot of stuff down to me. And one thing I can say, and this is around in my story about this, is that because because there's all kind of photographers in Waco.
Sure.
Everybody has their own style. But one thing that stood out to me, he said, I can give you the recipe, but I can't give you the sauce. Everybody's sauce is going to be different.
Okay, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
I
like
agree.
if somebody gave you their chili recipe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might add a little extra to it.
That's right.
So it can be Andrew's chili.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
So it's kind of how it was with him. He gave me, the ingredients,
tips,
the tips, and I had to make Kenneth sauce,
Yeah. Do you feel almost like honored in a way, for lack of a better term? You know what I mean? Because he's been doing photography for quite a while.
Joe's been in the game for a minute.
Yeah.
Most definitely, because it's funny because I'll do a photo shoot.
Yeah.
And he'll do a photo shoot. And he might, hey, you want to see some fire? He'll text me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to see some fire? And I'm like, what's up? He'll show me a little sneak peek. Okay, that's what's up. Then I might do a photo shoot. Hey, what you think about these?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he might critique it or something. And, it's just iron sharpens iron.
Yeah,
type stuff.
Gotcha.
And everything. Also, shout out to Rocco the barber, man. He was also...
he was on the show.
Yeah, Rocco was on the show,
Love
too.
Rocco.
He actually helped me, too, man, because when I didn't have space to shoot, he'd actually let me shoot at the shop.
At the barbershop.
At the barbershop.
Hello. Yeah,
Shout
that's
out
why
to
you're so
Rocco.
comfortable with the barbershops. I missed the food box.
Oh, yeah. I think he started opening it. He opened it the other day.
Okay, did he?
I don't know what
I don't
was
know.
that? He posted
we
something.
need to figure it out, but we need to pass by. I always thought Rocco was so nice. Rocco was so great. He was so great. So, is there any... Have you ever had any client horror stories? Like maybe there was a photo shoot you did and you were like, oh my God, Asha, we gotta get the fuck out of here, bitch. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no names.
Well, no, not a horror story.
We're already banned from the Waco Awards for sneaking in and saying our thing. So we're not winning awards this year.
Hey, y'all
That's
don't
fine.
ban me. I was just giving constructive criticism.
I was too. I don't want to be banned from that. I like my trophy. I do. I want to win 4 years in a row. That'd be fucking lit.
That'd be lit.
That would be lit. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if I have any horror stories, but
Okay.
I did have a situation where a client was just unpleased, and I went all through the vines to try to please them. They wasn't.
Well, so in what aspect were they unpleased about?
So it was, not gonna say any names, but it was a grad shoot, and we did the photos. And to me, if you're gonna hire a photographer,
Yes.
the main thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna look at their work. You're gonna look at their portfolio, right?
Oh, 100%.
Because you're gonna I like the style that they hit.
I went through all your photos. I didn't just call you because
Exactly.
I thought you were hot. Like I'm not into black guys. Like, so
Are you not into black guys? Damn.
I'm not. I'm really not. Yeah, no.
That's messed up.
You know my type, Kenneth. Stop this. You're married. Stop. Okay.
I'm actually kind of curious now. What is your type? Like, no homo, no diddy.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck? What do you care, bitch?
Now, what do I care? I'm curious now because
I like. I've said it on the show 100 times. I feel like it's redundant. Yeah, Ashley, what's my type? See, she knows. Construction.
I think
work.
she's seen more episodes than I have.
I like nice, chubby Mexican or Hispanic, for you will.
I think I've had her. Hardworking men.
that work outside all fucking day, are dirty. Nobody wants them. They're ugly. You know what I mean?
With black hands.
Yeah, just black hands, dirty fingernails. Don't speak no English. Like that is my type. I want to marry somebody that's like that. So he can nobody wants him. You know what I mean? Ain't shit. Go fucking work out there and go build I-35 and bring your ass home and bring dinner too, bitch. Like, and I will. I'll cook for you. You know what I mean? I'm not. That's my type. I'm not saying that's the only time. Who knows? Maybe I'll end up with a fucking black person one day. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that's my type. Anyway.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Now there is one black guy in my DMs right now, but he's mixed.
Really?
So it would be my first if we ever did it, but I'm scared.
Now I'm gonna see. Now I'm gonna see a construction work, and I'm gonna be like, oh, that's Andrew's
that's Andrew's type. Hello, that's it. Yeah, and make sure he doesn't speak not English. No English.
My
type.
Okay.
No English. Okay, go ahead. Because I speak Spanish. But anyway,
that's funny. But no, yeah. So anyway, I think she didn't like the style of the.
Now was it her? Or was it like the parents?
It was her.
Because it was a grad photo shoot. Okay,
it was a grad photo shoot. It was her, and it was. She didn't like the style of editing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, well, what do you want me to change? She was
Sure.
like, the colors are too saturated. So I ended up going in, changing some things. And I even got with another mentor of mine, and he was like, well, these look good to me. And I was like, yeah. So we changed them. I still don't like them. And so she was like, well, I think that you should give me this amount back.
Oh, it got that far.
Yeah, it got to that point. And
Oh.
because I already had offered her, because I couldn't please her. So I was like,
Sure.
let me at least give you some, a little back. Excuse me. And it was a little bit more than what I was willing to give her.
Okay.
Long story short, I ended up giving it a little bit more, and because she was like, "Well, we can't reshoot." Because I even tried to reschedule with her, but she was like, "Graduation is this week. We wouldn't have time, and plus after graduation, I'm moving to Dallas." And I was just
girl,
like,
bye. Okay, you could have did it the weekend after, bitch. All right, you'd be all right.
But even as entrepreneur, you try to please everybody, but you can't please everybody.
Oh God, don't get me started, please. That'll be another episode. I'm so
That's
tired.
a whole nother
I'm
boo,
so
right?
tired of y'all sending me these fucking screenshots. I really am. Stop.
Screenshots of what?
Just stop. That's all I'm gonna say. Stop.
Nah, you said no smoke. Let's hear it.
So anyway, she didn't want to. So she was moving to Dallas.
So we never end up getting it.
Don't be calling me out on my show, bitch.
I'm curious.
It's about you. It's about us.
Okay,
We're
okay,
good.
okay.
We're good. Everything's fine.
All right.
There is no, let me tell you something. There is no smoke. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because I'm gonna call you if I have a fucking problem.
Oh,
that's why. And if you don't want to pick up the phone, or whatever. And I made a post about it. Didn't I just make a post about it?
Yeah.
I made a post about it like 2 weeks ago. I don't handle my confrontations through the social media or nothing. I'm a man. No matter how much pee I'm taking in my mouth or how many times I've been on all fours,
you still a bit.
I handle it like a man.
Yeah. And that's how you're supposed to.
And I'm not saying I want to box anybody because Lord knows I'll get my ass whooped. You know what I mean?
I know. We got to train those hands.
No, but we need to have a conversation.
No, yeah, most definitely.
I'm about having a conversation.
Most definitely.
I will. You have an issue? Talk to me. Let's talk. We need to have a talk. And I'm not talking about 5 messages back to back.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff could be misinterpreted.
Absolutely. You need to call me, or we need to meet in person somewhere.
Most definitely.
We can meet at a bar. We can meet at a restaurant. We can meet at the park. I'm not fighting you. I don't. If you want to fight, we're not fighting. But we can have a conversation.
Now, after this show, I'm going to have to ask you what really happened.
Nothing happened. I'm just saying. It's just a general statement.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just, if you have issues.
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, it's just a general statement. But shit happens every day.
Oh, yeah, no,
I'm
definitely.
Andrew G with the public affair. Yeah. When I sit down and take a piss, a bitch is pissed off at me for something.
Damn.
I'm like, damn. Okay.
But that means you're doing something good, though.
I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for all my supporters. I am. And I've got a great people. You know what? I'm going to tell you this because I really want you to finish your story. I have more people that are supporting me and backing me than people that are hating on me.
That's what's up.
And I would rather spend more time talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Junior Banda with Fatboy Michelin Botana, who fights all my battles for me. Because he loves the smoke.
He loves the smoke.
He loves the smoke. And I would much rather give more light to them than somebody who's just like having a little tiff with me at the moment.
I feel like I don't even have to me, I feel like I'm such an out the way person.
Yeah.
If you see me, like it's because I want you to see me type
stuff. Yeah.
Like if I'm not shooting or anything, I'm really out the way. So it's like nobody can ever put my name in anything.
I tried to be out the way too. I really just tried to do the show and go home and go to sleep. I'm sick right now. I have the fucking flu.
The name of the show is Public Affair.
The Public Affair, but people just find something to fucking fight with you about. I'm just like, ay, Dios mío.
Ay, Dios mío.
Anyway, okay, so she's mad and she can't reschedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I refunded her, and I went to.
Oh, you refunded the full refund?
No.
Oh, just a little bit. Okay. Right. Sebastian was hungry. He went to McDonald's.
I had to be, compensated for my time going.
That's right. That's right.
And I told my wife she felt the same way. I got with two other photographers, and they was like, I don't really see nothing wrong with these photos.
Sure.
And so, we were just like, well, maybe she just got buyer's remorse. She didn't want to pay for them. Okay. Or I don't know what it was, but that was probably one of the. In my field of work right now, so far, that's probably like
the worst experience.
Worst experience that I've had.
And I will say, too, you're quite the perfectionist because I remember you sent me several versions, for lack of a better term, edits of the photo that we're using now as the cover photo. Mm-hmm. And I wish we could have it right here. And they all looked the same to me, right? Like they were all, I was like, okay, Kenneth, like this fine. He's like, wait, I gotta get this. There's a smudge on the fucking top corner, 90-degree angle. Yeah. If you look at it towards the sides, I'm like, all right, whatever. No, and then, oh wait, I did see that smudge because you said something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. So like as a photographer, you definitely have a trained eye. You have to, you have a trained eye or you develop a trained eye once you start doing that. Because my wife can sit here and tell you, she can tell me to go look for something, and I'd be like, I don't see it. And then she'd be like, if I come over there and find it, then, she come over there and find it.
That's it, yeah.
But when it says photography, like, I'm like OCD with certain stuff. You have to have a certain eye for stuff like that. And,
I think you got that eye.
And it wasn't always like that.
Sure.
In the beginning, I might have missed a hair. It's funny, I'm going to tell you a funny story. No names, but I did a photo shoot. And I guess I should have doubled back around, but I told the client, I was like, hey, make sure you take your phone out your pocket. She took her phone out of her pocket.
Oh, okay.
All right, she took it out of her pocket.
Yeah.
So then I'm editing photos. And I was like, man, I really like this photo. I edited it. Sure enough, it had a phone in the pocket. And I was like,
oh, you could see it in the photo. You could see like the indentation.
And I already had, and I could have photoshopped it.
Right.
But it was already like too late.
So the photo got released.
It got released.
With her phone in her pocket.
It's the
little things.
It's the little things.
It's the little things.
It was still a great photo, but if I was to show that photo to another professional photographer, they'd be like, why you didn't take a phone out of the pocket? Type stuff. So it's just certain stuff too.
I want you to show me that photo.
The regular, I'll show you after the show.
Please show me after the show. Yes.
And it's not too noticeable, but it's there. But you definitely develop a trained eye for certain stuff like that. So like what might look different to you might look different to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure as far as the podcast, like it's some stuff that you might know that I don't especially know.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you've been doing this for a while. That's your line of work.
Now I'm watching other podcasts. I didn't for the first 4 years of my career. Really? I didn't until I took my break. I took a break in December. It was like an abrupt break.
I remember that break.
Yeah, I took a whole month off and I was like, I'm going to watch other shows now. Kind of want to see what's out there. I purposely didn't watch other shows. No shade. Like I want to root. Everybody deserves to win. You know, there's room for all of us. But I just wanted to focus on me. And I watch other shows now and I'm like, oh, baby. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like, why this? Or where's your notes? Like, I don't see flashcards. Yeah. You know, something simple, loose leaf paper. Like, bitch, where's the toilet paper? You know, the first thing is like, yeah, bro, that's how's your day going? What? That's suicide. Like, no.
I definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
Even when I go to like other weddings that I'm a guest at, I'm sitting there looking at photography.
Okay. Like, where's he at, bitch?
Why he didn't get a picture of this?
There you go.
Even my wife, it was funny now. And for all y'all that I've done work for, I'll wear my photos by my wife before I release them.
Okay.
And she'll be like, that's too orangey. They're too orangey. You should like them. I always run them by her.
Good deal.
But ever since I started doing that, when she goes to look at other people's work, she'll be like, oh, that's too saturated or that's overexposed. I'm just looking at her like,
okay. Remind me not to send her none of my fucking pictures. All right, bitch. You know I'm on the TikTok. All right.
Now she's developed a trained eye too for certain stuff, and I'd be like, girl, you're not even photography. What you know what overexposed means?
Okay, girl, my bad. Well, listen, Kenneth, God, it's unfortunately we're running out of time, and I wish we had more time because I've enjoyed this conversation so much. I think that you have kept it so 100%. You're so straightforward, but you know what? You do it in such a tasteful way that I hope people can practice. You know what I mean? I think that I want to use this opportunity again to say that, you know, we did work together, and I think that you were absolutely 100% professional. I think that the experience was so, you know, it was only miserable for me because I was just coming out of like healing my foot. but you know, in all, I mean, obviously the cover photo has been the cover photo for the last 2 years already.
Still holding up.
I cannot top that. I don't know how I'm gonna top that, but one day we will work our magic.
I'm waiting on y'all. Whoever you choose next.
How do we because all of my photos I've used different photographers. But how do we reach you if we want to? If my guests are watching right now and they're like, you know, I need a photographer. How do we reach you?
So you definitely can reach me at all my social media platforms are all the same. It's gonna be Kenneth Coleman Photography. I actually have a website as well. There's a link if you go to my Facebook or my Instagram page. It's a direct link to my actual website too. That's true. But yeah, both of my social media platforms are the same. I would like to say that now, thank God that my studio was up and running now. So I was doing a lot of outside shoots, which people still do inquire about. But if you do want an inside photo shoot, my studio was up and running and we're ready to take off. And also, I want to give a shout out to Pretty Girl Balloons.
Oh, yes, definitely. Good pleasure.
Shout out to Pretty Girl Balloons. If y'all need any balloon arcs or anything, y'all hit them up. And that's pretty much.
I want to come to the studio. You should have a party. Did you have a party and I wasn't? Was I not invited you, bitch? Oh, okay.
No, it was. I didn't break it in.
It in.
Actually, I broke it in with a photo shoot. That's what I broke. That's how I broke it in.
Well, we need to have a grand opening. Okay, Kenneth, thank you so much for coming onto the public affair. It was 2 years too long, and I really appreciate this. I appreciate this drink. I'm gonna try and run through these last set of sponsors.
Cactus juice.
That's right, Cactus Juice. Shout out to Eskimo Hut. Yes, we love their Jello shots. You guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Public Affair. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I've got more on the way, of course. Kenneth Coleman, thank you so much again for coming onto the Public Affair. Now, before we go, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out. Just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by one of my new sponsors, and he was my last guest on the show, Jeff Davis, the Texas car plug at University Mazda Kia. Hit him up to get the best deal on all brand new and pre-owned cars. Listen, if you have no credit, if you have bad credit, don't worry about any of that. Okay, he's going to work effortlessly to make sure you're rolling off the lot with something brand spanking new and to your liking. Call now with the number on the screen and meet him up ASAP. Jeff Davis, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Soko Soccer Academy with Dominic and Ariana Gutierrez. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training. Of course, Soko Kids is open right now, and they have some of the best daycare services in Central Texas. I say that with my chest on it, with my chest. That's right. If you guys are interested in elite skills training with professionals, make sure to my boy George De Leon as well. They also have occasional open play on Mondays and Wednesdays, and the Public Affair remains a very proud sponsor of the SoCo soccer teams, coached by my brother. Of course, we both know him, Coach Mauro Maldonado. Keep doing your thing, bro. You know I'm always rooting for you. I'm always going to support you in everything that you do. To SoCo Soccer Academy, same goes to you. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of the Public Affair. Of course, my boy Sid Rodriguez at Elite Barbershop, located on Hewitt Drive. You can download the Squire app or just walk in. Listen, you know, he's had me looking scrumptious for more than 200 something episodes of the Public Affair, right? Walk-ins are welcome as well. He has Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, Isai Reyes, Sam Ceballos, and Kyle Berry. Look at snacks I have for more than 206, I forgot reps around episodes of the Public Affair. Elite Barbershop has been the longest running sponsor of the Public Affair. I'm very, very grateful for you. So thank you so much for all you do for me on the show. Of course, you know, we mentioned him earlier, Junior Banda, Fat Boy Michelada Botana. All right. He's my security, but he also provides the best Michelada Botana plates for yourself or for a party. He's also offering the best aguachiles, ceviche, chamoy, candy, hot Cheeto pickle plates, and so much more. Listen, book now for an event. If you ask nicely, he'll take it to you. But just remember, get the best and not the rest. That Fat Boy Michelada Botana with Junior Banda. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of the Public Affair. And of course, to my girl Ana Limones, hummingbird party backdrops and decor. Listen, you can call for all parties decor, including beautiful balloon props, giving an extra flair to your party or event. Listen, with a number of wooden backdrops and so much more. Her husband makes the wooden backdrops. Custom wooden backdrops, I should say. Okay, call now with the number on the screen. Hummingbird party backdrops and decor. My God, Ana Limones habla español también. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of the Public Affair. Thank you guys again so much for watching this show. Kenneth, we're I know I snuck into the Waco Awards 2-3 times already. I'm not,
Twice?
Yeah, it was twice.
Yeah.
I was drunk and forgot to pay, and then the second time I was like, I'm not paying for this. But Kenneth, thank you so much for coming on to the Public Affair, and I wish you nothing but the best for you and your photography. Of course, to your wife, Ashit, as well. Thank you so much for coming by. I think that you guys are a lovely couple, and I wish you guys both nothing but the best. And thank you so much. You know, you're a part of the show, whether you like it or not, because you created one of the cover photos for the show.
Thank you.
So I truly, truly appreciate that.
Thank you.
That will be stamped in history. And whatever Kenneth wants to hook me up with a black guy, and I'm scared, but don't forget to always keep it between us. That's it. I acted like I knew somebody over there, and I sat down. I don't know whose seat that was. All right, you ready? I'll say it on the show. I don't care.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.